channel. Welcome to my channel. I've been reading tarot cards for a while, but this is the first time I'm doing it on video, or I mean on YouTube, because this is what they're gonna be out. I'll have everything later on set up. I think getting the messages out as soon as possible is really what the channel's gonna be for. So I'm gonna have 6 spreads: finances, romance, circumstance, chance. I'll explain them as I go. Balance, again, for part 2, unknowns, and then a small past, present, future spread. I don't do those often, but I'm gonna do it for this reading because it's one of my first starts videos. How can I explain it? These are not timeless at the moment. I could probably try and do timeless later on, but not at this given moment. So we're gonna start with finances. I already pre-shuffle the decks before off camera, but I'm gonna shuffle them as I go. Also, I'm not a psychic. I'm not intuitive. I work with spirits, energies, and all that. For me, I work with like chaos, random, luck, chance, and patterns and all that, you know. So it's really what the card says. I just interpret what the cards say, or what they're at least what I find their interpretations, because in the most general way, of course, I'm not doing personals, but in the most general way, I can't delve too deep into in one card. I've seen some people where they just get one card and right off they go into a whole story. I'm like, well, I can't really do that with one card. You know, it's too open to interpretation for in the meaning of what it means. So I say it in context and everything up. So let's start out. And later on, I may or may not do the whole Venus, Moon, Rising, and Sun, and all that. So, all right, we got 3 cards. If I'm not mistaken, you got the Justice card for your core. You got the Knight of Pentacles on your mind, and then you have the Hanged Man close to you. All right. And if the cards don't flip out, I'll pull them. And then the 8 of Swords came out for you're a little further away from you. The Hangman was closest. And lastly, your foundation. The Hierophant. We'll clarify. So in the core of your situation, financially, justice is present. Either you're trying to be fair to all, or you feel like you're being dealt with fairly, or I hate to say that, vice versa, where you feel like there's a need for more justice, more balance in your life, or at least that's what you're focusing on, right? That's what that card says, the way I'm interpreting it. And as I go, I'm sure I'll get better on it. And what's on your mind right now is Knight of Pentacles. Abstractly, it could just be, how can I explain it? I'm gonna say project, some along the lines of projects that come towards you. I guess that's what's on your mind. If you read it as a person, definitely is a grounded person, somebody you feel that they're very grounded. Or you want to be that grounded. it's very open to interpretation. You want to be or you're looking for. That's on your mind to be grounded. Pragmatic. There you go. That's the word. You're trying to be pragmatic, very pragmatic with it in all your dealings, and it makes sense with the justice right there. What's closest to you is the Hanged Man. If I'm not mistaken, that was almost like indecision, but we'll clarify. You're just not sure what to do. It's not a one or the other, yes or no. It's more of damn if you do, damn if you don't. So let's see where you get that. What's a little further from you is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is pretty. It's as bad as it sounds. It's really, from my understanding, self-imposed. Like you're not like yeah, we can all make mistakes, or yeah, we can wallow in our. And I'm not trying to say you're doing that. I'm just saying like that's what I do. Everything I say is reflected on me. That's how I describe myself. It's self-imposed. Like don't be so negative with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. A little head. Or yeah. You're just afraid. Yeah. That's just that. Yeah. Okay, you can see that. Regardless of what, the further ahead, the worse it gets for you. But don't let it get to you, because regardless, your foundation is a Hierophant, and that's a pretty sturdy foundation, as in saying like tradition. You like to play by the books, do things by the books. There you go. And again, in order, the right way, or the way you believe it ought to be, which is really good. I think in your mind, let's just do it. In your mind, you're really being pragmatic with your money, and then with the Hierophant and your foundation, you're being really, you even have a more like an understanding of what you're doing. You're undecided. You don't know what to do on one side, and the other side, you're just like, well, kind of like the whole damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. And then we'll clarify. Let's clarify. Oh, and the bottom of the deck right there was the Emperor. So it's all good. Really good. I wouldn't take that one. The Queen of Swords, clarifying the justice in your core. Abstractly, it's a way of thinking. How can I explain it? See, there's the sword. Just you gotta. Here, we'll clarify. We'll see what we'll clarify a little more, and we'll get a little more understanding on that Queen of Swords, why she's there. Seven of. Oh, sorry. Did I show you Queen of Swords? Sorry. Queen of Swords. And then you got the Seven of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. That's really good. Wow. Okay. Sometimes the cards come out and they say what they gotta say, and then some other times it's just not sure what's going on. Then you have Temperance. Clarifying the Hanged Man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Which is really good. And then you have the Eight of Wands, clarifying the Eight of Swords. And lastly, let's clarify the Hierophant. the High Priestess. Wow. Not just the Higher Friend, the High Priestess too. And at the bottom of the deck, there are the Five of Cups. I think you're just worried about making a decision you might regret. But that's why you're holding off on making a choice. And that's why you feel like self-imposed. But you're getting news from it. It's really good. And then you have the World card clarifying justice. And the Chariot, the bottom of the deck right there. So for me, the World is completion. I kind of like a destination. You made it to wherever you're going. You made it, or whatever happened, and it's done and over with. And I don't know, in regards to this Queen of Swords, I can't interpret that more so than, or the cards tell me. I could probably clarify more, but that, like, again, the more it's going to be geared to one person more than the actual general reading. But yeah, how does that Queen and the World work in your life right there? But in your mind, you're being pragmatic, even if with the abundance of choices that you have. I'm not sure what choices, it doesn't say. Yeah, that's kind of fine. Oh, wow. The Ten of Swords. That's clarifying. So, and Page of Cups. Catastrophizing? I'm not sure. I can't say it right. Sorry. It's basically when you just make everything really bad and you just put it, go to extremes and like, oh, well, if I get in a car, I'm gonna have a car crash. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. But and that's what you're just overthinking it. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. And this Hank man is clever the Temperance. So whatever you do, if there's something that you wanna think about in your decision making or considering, taking into consideration is just make sure everything in proportion. Not everything's overdone in one way or in one situation, but yeah. See, if you take everything in moderation, you're gonna get a victory. Okay, which is really good. I'm happy. And you're gonna get news. What kind of news? I'm not sure. But you're gonna get. Jesus. I don't know if I'll do this, but I'm gonna do it here because. So I wanted to clarify. What do we call it? The Eight of Wands and those three cards came out. The Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Six of Swords. Okay, so you're gonna get news from. Okay, so since this is the financial, to me, the Ace of Pentacles is the lump sum or new offer opportunity, and it's gonna be really good. But what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to cut yourself some slack and start to move away from all that negativity. And the Hierophant and High Priestess, I don't know if you read tarot, but that's very clarifying for yourself. Like you gotta you know your stuff. You know your stuff. Just like Gemini also had something along the lines like that for their read. So it was really good. And then you got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands underneath, which is holding your own against whomever. All right. So let's get to the Romance Oracle Angel cards. It's going to be... It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. What's on your mind? Your voice, I think, is very important. Heart, gut, and body, physical. So let's see what's on your mind. Let's go for the one underneath. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I go up from the top a little more slowly what's on there, but since it's a one, the letters underneath go really good. So yeah, that's what's on your mind. Like, you want to have that attraction. Yeah, that's how. That's what's on your mind. That's what you want. Because if you have it, I don't think that'd be on your top of your mind, but or at least that's what you either you want it or you should be. You should be this way, you know. And then your voice. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. How can I interpret that? I think it's like saying just say what you have to say and don't repeat yourself. That's how. So just like if you get the response or the reaction you wanted, good. But if you didn't, well, at least you tried, you know. Oh man, okay. All right. So what came out was past life relationship. You have known each other before. That's in your heart. Either you want this. Yeah, I think this is in the want kind of read. You want that chemistry. You don't want to have to constantly repeat yourself. You want to have that past life relationship. Like, I don't like. Okay, how many past life relationships can you have? You're like, I've had many. I'm like, dude, I'm not sure how many I've had. So it's like if you do, it's like great, but like in this lifetime, how many past relationships are you gonna? Do you really want to have? Personally, I just want one. If you want more, hey, kudos for you, but I guess that's more for you, right? And then for your gut, you got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You feel it. You feel like it's gonna happen. And that's good. If you practice what we call the law of attraction and manifestation and all that, that's what you want to feel. So, very soon. Very soon. And lastly, physical. Children, your love life is being affected by children. That's for you to understand. I can interpret it, but I'm like, dude, half of this is just me doing the cards so that you can read them. Like, okay, how does that play? If you have kids, that's they factor in. If you don't, what does that mean? I'm not sure. And then at the bottom of the deck, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Say what you gotta say. You feel like it's soon. You've met them before, but there's children. Is that good or bad? I'm not sure. Or you want children, right? That makes sense in the body. Children, you want children. Okay, so now it's circumstance change. I think it's pretty explanatory. It's pretty explanatory. So I'm gonna pull out wrong, right, clarify, and we're gonna see where it takes us. Oh, the lovers. Whoa, that's for the wrong. If that's wrong, I don't want to be right. And the right is the Knight of Wands. Wow. What does that mean? All right. And we have the Queen of Cups clarifying the lovers. Wow. And then you have the Ten of Wands clarifying the Knight. Wow. Oh, the one thing I guess I do is talk to my cards, I guess. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take them one at a time. So you got the Ace of Cups, clarifying the Knight of Wands. Then you got the Five of Cups, clarifying the lovers. Oh, wait, yeah, well. Alright, this one works. The other card was the Seven of Swords. But it's not, like it was meant, like kind of, but not necessarily. Well, again, Seven of Swords is sneaky stuff, right? Five of Cups is more of like, I don't know, so one is placing blame, this one's more of being accountable, taking responsibility. So, alright, wow. The middle way. That's the one thing I added on to that. It's what, instead of being right or wrong, what's that one way where all parties, everybody, all are taken into consideration and made it work. And you got the Ten of Cups. And you have the Two of Swords clarifying the Ten of Cups. And the Hierophant clarifying the Ten of Cups. Wow. We'll clarify one more time. So, if you're going to be right, it's going to require you to be a Knight of Wands, or you're going to have to take that fiery passion. It's going to be totally burdensome, though. Like, you got to be a knight about it, literal knight. You gotta be somebody in their youth, like not young, and not maturity, but their youth. And all this in regards to like an something emotionally fulfilling, whatever fills your cup. Whatever that may be, it hasn't said right now. But if you're gonna be wrong, like if you're gonna do it right, do it to help out somebody. Don't do it with the intention of wanting to be something more with somebody else, or with this Queen of Cups. Don't do it just because you want to get together with somebody. That's you not seeing what the good around you. In regards to a loving situation with, and I'm not saying, I'm sorry if I said a queen, feminine qualities or attributes or character. More like, I guess, nurturing type of energy than that, not nurturing, Oh yeah, I guess that's right. And then in the middle way, you got the Two of Swords and the Hierophant. So you're on one side, you don't know what you're stuck between two choices, and on the other, you're like, I should just really be more traditional. I should just really more by the book. I should be better. Damn. But there's the Knight of Cups, you know. And then you have the King of Pentacles, clarifying the Queen of Cups. I don't know. You can kind of read it that way, but I don't want hard pressed. Like, you might want to be getting with somebody, but they're already with somebody else, or somebody else has their eye on them, and that's why you might not be all that happy about it. And then the Moon, clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. That's what you're not. That's what you're not understanding. If you want to prove to everybody that you're right, to be right, regardless of anything, that's what it's gonna have to take. That's what it's gonna take. So much hard work that you might not even understand how much work it is. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, clarifying the Ace of Cups. There's definitely on one side it's going to be a lot of work, but on the other side it's going to be fulfilling, and there's totally a return on that. I can't, like, I want to say, oh, money, but it's Ten of Pentacles, it's wealth, you know. It's not just finance, it's wealth. But that's way ahead. That's a little further down. What you don't know is it's going to be so much work, but it's worth 10 and 10. And then you have the High Priestess, clarifying the Five of Cups. You're going to have to be very knowledgeable, wise, and I guess intuitive too as well. You know, wise and intuitive about the situation that you're involved. If you're gonna see yourself as wrong, like you're gonna, regardless of how you're seen, you know, it can't make anybody think anything different from you, from what they already think of you. So just know that that's the situation for you. Oh crap. Okay, well, not crap, but you got the Tower, clarifying the Two of Swords. So you got to make a decision, because if you don't make a decision, not that something bad can happen, but it's just, the outcome is going to be, it doesn't have to get to that point. The outcome doesn't have to get, not bad, but it doesn't have to go there. If you just have to decide. Don't be so indecisive. And then finally, the Four of Pentacles, clarifying the Hierophant. So yeah, keeps, and then the Eight of Pentacles underneath. So you gotta keep play it by the books, and keep it, whatever you're doing, keep it close to your chest, close to your heart. Or maybe the opposite. Be more open with yourself and your wealth. I'm not saying financial or income, or I said wealth. You know, give it what you have. In an orderly, pragmatic way. So you're going to be right, a lot of work. You're going to be wrong. It involves feminine or masculine situation, I think. And then over here, a little further that, or a little further away, if you look a little further, you just have to be really intuitive and understanding of what the situation is, why it is the way it is. But the middle way is like, don't be so indecisive, because the longer you wait, not the worst, but like, it doesn't have to get to that point. Just decide, regardless of what you choose. If you don't, not choosing is the greater of two lesser situations. And then don't be so hoarding, or be more giving, or hold on to what you got. If you don't, if you got the means, you got the means. If you don't, you don't. That's basically what we're saying. All right, this is it for the end of part one. One little recap. I think this was pretty clear. So you're being grounded amongst the choices that you have, and you're overthinking about it because you're being really not negative, but you're just overthinking, and it's not in a positive, progressive way. You just be, or right here, if you do have to deal with anybody in the justice, be fair, always, to everybody. Imagine the world's watching you. Just be fair. And then you have the Eight of Swords clarified by the Eight of I should clarify what. Give me a sec. Oh wait, no, yeah, I did already. Sorry. That is walking away with the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. So you're gonna get a choice, but walk away happy. Don't put yourself down. You gotta be really wise, really into it. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. It came out twice. So that's what's gonna help you out. And then there's a choice again. You're stuck. I don't know, these are kind of paralleling themselves. But you're gonna have victory. Just moderate yourself. Okay, perfect. You can see this video. I think if you have a pretty good screen, you can see this pretty good. So thank you, and get ready for part 2. Thank you.